Welcome to not just another Disney podcast, the series. I am Steve.
I'm Christopher.
We are doing this fancy thing on the YouTube now. So go like us and thumbs us up on the bottom. What you agree with, what you don't agree with, say in the comments below. And if we get enough comments, we will respond. So let us start. We are on 5, the number 5 of everything we are watching. So, Season 1, Episode 5 of The Simpsons, called Bart the General, originally aired on February 5th, 1990. You can do the synopsis.
I can.
Alright.
It
worked well the last time I asked you to do it.
The main plot of this movie, or this show, episode, is...
Oh, the show? I think it's about a Simpson family in their adventures.
I can't because this is Disney. I'll do it later. Oh yeah, Bart is
getting
beat up by the bullies. So he goes to his...
Well, a bully.
He gets beat up by Nelson.
This is the first introduction of Nelson.
Oh. And we never see...
It is a big... Oh, he's a major character. We
never see his goons again, the two goons.
No, we see them once in a while, but they're not, like, part of the
They're not the prominent goons anymore. Anyways, he's getting bullied by Nelson, so he goes to his grandfather, who we see for the first time.
Yeah.
And asks him how to fight them.
No, I think he's in the Christmas episode.
Oh, at the very end, though.
Yeah.
For a little bit. Either way, it's the first time we hear him, like, talking and doing stuff, and he's, like, kind of prominent in the episode. Bart asks him how he can get back at Nelson, like, defend himself. So they go to I forget his name, but the general guy who has no arm, who has lost an arm.
Yeah, keep going, I'll find it. Herman,
and they make a game plan, they train a bunch of the kids at school to fight against Nelson, and they fight him and they win. And that's basically it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Except why he was getting bullied by...
Oh, because he stood up to the bully, and then he punched... for kicking the cupcakes that his sister Lisa made. So then he punches Nelson, and Nelson bleeds, and it's his own blood this time.
That's where that thing you always hear, "You made me bleed my own blood." That's what this comes from.
Well, Nelson, you're bleeding.
Nah, happens all the time. Somebody else's blood splatters on me. Hey, wait a minute. You're right. You made me bleed my own blood.
It's a pretty popular
I've never heard that.
You've never heard that? Have you heard that?
How many kids in my school do you think get into a fight?
I mean, in regular other shows, when someone
bleeds,
that. You made me bleed my own blood. It's in Dodgeball.
I've never seen that.
We've literally sat here and watched it.
We have?
Yes. Some opening gags. Oh, there are none on this episode. The episode ran long, so just went right to the house. Do you have a best line from this one?
I don't have a best line, but I have a best scene.
Okay.
That's my favorite. Is when they're on the bus and he's being nice to his sister so he can get a cupcake. And she kind of drops on the floor and then just feeds it to him anyway.
She does drop her on the floor.
Yeah, she drops on the floor and then gives it to him and he doesn't realize.
Yeah.
So he eats a floor cupcake.
Scratcher, bootlegger, honor student. You'll never get one now, Mr. Name Caller. All right. Look, I'm sorry. I got upset. In the heat of the moment, I said some things I didn't mean. You weren't thinking, were you? No. I'm not a sniveling toad, am I? Not really. I'm not a little egg sucker, am I? Of course not. Then what am I? A beautiful human being. What do you like best about me? Well, I'd have to say, your generous nature, your spirit of giving. Well, open your mouth and close your eyes and you will get a big surprise. Thankfully, you're the best.
My best line is, "Grandpa is the toughest Simpson. Remember the fight he put when we put him into the home?" That's a really good classic line.
Bart, you can't go on like this. I know. Why didn't you go see Grandpa? What can he do? He'll give you good advice. He's the toughest Simpson alive. He is? Yeah, remember the fight he put up when we put him in the home?
When Bart is getting bullied and he goes and cries in the bathroom, Homer dries his eyes with a hairdryer. He just blows in his face.
Some other good scenes. I'm here to see Grandpa when Bart comes in and all the old guys look out of the rooms. In the dream scene, Krusty Lunchbox is seen in the coffin with Bart. After Homer gives advice in the bathroom scene, I love the scene where Bart confronts him and Homer's like in the bubble, like giving him the advice, and then it doesn't work.
Oh yeah.
And then like you see Homer kind of reacting like
him getting
like ooh, like trying to look away and stuff. That's a good scene.
Remember the family jewels, son.
Oh no, boys, not the can.
Some mistakes. The color of the bullies change often and frequently. They switch between black and white. Like one's white, one's black.
Black and yellow.
And then one's black and one's white. Well, yellow's the white.
I know.
And then at one point they're both black, and at one point they're both white. This is why they change. They start changing, looking for other animation studios, because mistakes like this in the banana we mentioned and stuff like that.
What's his face? Whatever his name is.
I think I've started. If there's a big cultural moment they pulled, reference, I'm gonna start pulling those. The biggest cultural moment for this one was, everybody must have seen this. You must have seen it in high school too. The Time Life photo of the black and white naval guy kissing the nurse after World War II.
Is that on the train?
No, it's like in the middle of Times Square. It's a very popular photo.
I don't think I've gotten it yet.
They imitate that with Lisa getting kissed by a random kid, and she's like, "Get off of me!" So.
Oh yeah, I haven't got to that point in high school yet.
It's pretty well-known photo.
I haven't seen it. How many old photos do you think I look at? You think I go in my room and say, "Oh, old photos"?
You've seen films and movies and stuff. You've seen Watchmen, right?
No.
You watched the beginning of Watchmen. I know you have.
I did.
Yes, it's literally in the beginning of Watchmen.
I didn't know. I don't remember being watching Watchmen.
Oh God. Also, Emmys as we record on tonight. We should have done an Emmy newsreel.
We can.
But you haven't watched the same show. That's true. No. Yeah. We're on The Simpsons, right? So this episode, what did you think rating wise?
3.
I think it's 3.5. I like it. It introduces more characters that become bigger.
It's getting better. It's just still like
the Homer in the thought bubble is very what people call the prime Simpson years. That's very much a gag that they would do.
The only reason I'm liking it a lot is because in recent years, The Simpsons, they're not as smart. I feel like they dumbed down all the characters and made them more like Homer. They dumbed him down a lot.
But we get a reason why he's dumbed down later on in The Simpsons.
But still, he's better in these episodes than later on.
Yeah. Alright, let us move on to The Mandalorian Season 1, Episode 4.
This trailer for Season 2 looks very good.
Why don't you talk? We talked about it on the newsreel, but you can talk about it.
I didn't. I thought there's a scene in the trailer where there's a lady hiding in the box, by boxes, and he's watching her, and then people walk by and she disappears. I thought that was Ahsoka. I guess I'm wrong, because I don't think it actually is the actor, and she doesn't look like Ahsoka. So I don't think it is. But I'm very excited for this. It looks very good. Mm. I think it won for most anticipated TV season or whatever. I think it's gonna win some. It's nominated for it. I think.
Nominated for what?
I think best anticipated TV series.
That's not a category.
I saw something about
it's probably like an IGN category, but it's not like a.
I don't know. I saw something about it being the most anticipated thing.
Well, I'm sure it's one of the most anticipated shows, but there's nothing really out there right now anyway. There's no new stuff anyway.
Yeah, other than Boys.
I have
Don't
not
watch
seen,
that with kids. It's not for kids.
I haven't seen that yet. Alright.
I've only seen the first season.
So are you more excited to see season 2 now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let us get into chapter 5, The Gunslinger. Directed by Dave Filoni, written by Dave Filoni. And it is a running time of 30 minutes, a nice short one. The original air date was 2019, December 6th. We have some co-starring people of note. Amy Sedaris. She is Peli Motors. She's the
Assassin.
No, she's the lady who fixes his ship.
Oh.
She's a very, very famous comedic actress. Very funny. Jake Cannavale as Toro. He's the assassin. And Ming-Na Wen is the lady the bounty hunting, and she is also the voice of Mulan in the animated movie. The good
one.
Um,
Get their thoughts in the previous episode.
yeah, we'll link it in the
description.
It'll be at the end of this.
End credits now.
Yeah. So the plot: Mando is open to the space scene. They're flying around. He's trying to dodge another bounty hunter.
They're basically dogfighting.
A good dogfight and satisfying. Very filmatic. Like, it doesn't feel like it was for a TV show.
Yeah.
Hold on. I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold. That's my line.
And then they land on Tatooine, and we get some familiar shot. One of my favorite shots in the whole season 1 is the stormtrooper heads with the blood on the spikes,
the spears.
Through Tatooine. It's
So
it's awesome.
Especially at the end of every episode, they put like concept art for scene. Oh, the concept art for that scene is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Looks so good.
So he needs money to fix his ship. So he helps a guy who's trying to get into the bounty
guild.
And they go searching for the lady that they're looking for. I just mentioned her name. Fennec Shand, what's her name? So it's about him kind of teaching this new bounty hunter what to look for, what to do, and then once they capture her, she kind of turns him into getting the child from the Mandalorian. Does not turn out well.
Because he didn't know that he was the Mandalorian that
Right.
Betrayed the guild and took the child.
Right, so Toro shoots Fennec and goes back to kidnap the child, and then there's a final meet between the Mandalorian and Toro, and obviously we know what happens.
Yeah.
Say what happens.
Oh, he shoots Toro and Toro dies. Oh, we do learn that his armor is very powerful against a super modified sniper. That is like one of the best snipers in the galaxy.
Yeah, like it was safe at a certain
It was safe
number
at
of
super
meters.
at close distance that would normally kill.
What else do I have in my notes? Yeah.
I don't think I have anything. Yeah.
No, I mean, that's really all. I mean, it's a great short episode. These are flying by because they know the length they need to be. It gets to the point. It's a quick action.
And
30
Baby
to 45 minutes. That's it.
And Baby Yoda is very cute in this episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of
The
cuteness.
ship lady takes care of him because Mando leaves him in the ship because he was asleep.
He's sleeping, yeah.
So he left him in, but then he woke up and the lady takes care of him.
Yeah. What do you think of this episode? 1
4.
through 5? 4? I give it a 4.
4.5.
I give it a 4. The space battle is really,
Yeah.
really good. And it flies at a quick pace.
I do also, I don't know if you do this, sometimes I'll rate it off of also like the concept art and I'll look at the concept art at the end and then look at the scene and see how close resemblance they are to get it was so good.
No, I don't do that, but you can do that. It's awesome.
Concept art looks. If you ever have time, go look at the concept art. It's.
Oh, there's a behind the scenes on Disney Plus.
It's gallery. I want to watch that. It looks very.
Watch
good.
it.
I am. I've started it, but then I never finished it.
All right, let's get into Knick-Knack,
the short that played in front of Finding Nemo.
It was released earlier in 1989, re-released with Nemo, and it's about this snowman in a globe who's trying to get to a Miami bathing suit girl that's like
having a party with all the other.
It's like little knickknacks you buy at the airport or things you buy from
shops.
Like tourist traps.
Yeah.
With names like Miami and then like a tree and a tropical tree or something.
Yeah.
So it's him trying to get to her. He eventually falls over into a aquarium, and it's a mermaid.
And then the snow globe falls back on him, and he gets stuck in there again.
Yeah.
Because he had gotten out when he was falling down.
What did you think?
Was this? I forget if this was made, because I know it was made around when the first short that we watched was made.
It was made in 1989.
So it definitely looks better than the first one. It still looks choppy because it was made in the early 80s, late, I don't know. It still looks choppy, but it's good for a short to be played in front of Finding Nemo, especially the aquarium part.
This is the last pieces of animation that John Lasseter would animate personally during the Pixar years. This was written and directed by him. And when it was first released in 1989, it won Best Short Film Award at the Seattle International Film Festival. The Independent of London called it a 4-minute masterpiece, while The Guardian hailed Lasseter as probably the closest thing to God that has ever graced the electric image community.
I would not agree with that, but it was good.
It was funny. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a solid 4 for me. I'm not gonna give it any negative on the animation because back then in '89, that's state of the line. That's 6 years before Toy Story.
Yeah.
So that's state of the art animation for back then. Even beyond that.
I would say a 4, 3.5.
I'll give it a solid 4. A good short. One of the better shorts
so far.
Now, Finding Nemo, the movie that made your mother cry.
Okay. Do you want me to
Good.
do
You can
synopsis?
synopsis.
Basically, it opens up. Is this the first time we see I call it the signature Pixar parent death. Where, like, at the beginning of the movie, a parent.
Well, this is the first time a parent dies in a Pixar movie.
Exactly, so it's the start of that.
Well,
I feel like
not
'cause
every
almost a
parent
lot
dies.
of them do, or a lot of them are missing
Well,
or something. Yeah.
Some might be missing, but not a lot of them die.
Well, either way,
You're wrong.
no, not a lot of them.
People might die, but not parents or anything.
Some of them are. Most of them are.
All right.
Anyways,
We're gonna count how many from here on in. Because so far, it's one. Is this one?
that's why I say the start of it, and I didn't say the middle of it.
Okay, we'll see. We'll count. Go ahead.
They lose all their fish babies and the eggs, and then it's just, they get attacked by a shark. Not a shark.
Another fish.
Another fish. The mom goes missing. All the eggs go missing. So it's just the dad and then the one fish egg that is Nemo, that he names Nemo because the mom wanted at least one to be named Nemo.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to like the first day of school. Nemo's like grown up-ish. And then they go to school. He goes to touch the butt, or AKA the end of the boat. He gets lost. He gets taken by the dentist.
He gets taken by Liam Neeson.
Huh? Liam Neeson's cool. He gets taken, put in a fish tank in a dentist office, and then the dad goes to find him, finds Dory along the way, sharks, meets a bunch of things. His story goes everywhere, and then they save Nemo and everything's okay.
What a great synopsis. Okay, let's dive into it a little bit.
Haha, get it.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't mean that. Do you remember seeing this?
Yes.
Is this the first one you actually remember seeing?
No.
Okay.
It was Monsters Inc.
Okay. So, since this, you haven't seen it in a long time, I assume.
No. It's not
So
something.
does it still hold up?
Yeah, for the most part. It looks nice. The animation's good.
Well, one of the trivia facts is it took 4 days to animate 1/4 of the film because it is so complex with the light and the water and the sea effects that it took so long for once they animated to process it into like an actual moving part of the picture. So it does hold up for you.
Yeah.
What were some key moments for you?
I like when they go down in the deep sea to get the goggles and they meet the anglefish. Or is it angle or angler?
I don't know.
Anglerfish. It has the light and then they get chased by that while Dory's trying to read.
Is that your favorite scene?
Stork scene, or not the stork, not the seagulls either, the things with the mouth that, I forget their names.
Seagulls?
No, not the seagulls, they have like the big under part of the mouth.
Pelicans?
Yeah, pelicans. When they're flying around the seagulls are chasing him and he's trying to bring Nemo into Dory into the dentist's office to see his child. And Nemo's playing dead, so he doesn't get taken by the dog.
So he can get flushed
down the toilet to go to the sea. Which
but
works.
No, it doesn't work.
Or he gets.
Were you watching it?
He gets put in the.
He gets put in the trash.
No, he doesn't.
He absolutely does get put in the trash.
No,
because
the pelican comes in and scares him.
To save him from the trash.
Yes, he doesn't get put in the trash.
He almost gets pushed in the trash.
But that's not getting put
Yeah,
in
but he
the
doesn't
trash.
get pushed in the toilet either.
He gets put in the sink type thing that next to the dentist guy that the water goes into.
Right. Man.
That's why I don't record with you.
Yeah, reckon somebody ought to help the poor guy.
Yeah, right.
Oh, well, don't everybody fly off at once. All right, Gerald, what is it? Fish got your tongue? Love a duck!
I gotta find my son, Nemo!
Nemo? Hey, he's that fish! You know the one we've been talking about, the one that's been fighting the whole ocean. Hey, I know where your son is. Huh? Hey, wait! They've come back! Stop!
Dory, keep going! He's crazy!
I got something to tell you!
Mine.
Okay, don't make any sudden moves. Hop inside my mouth if you want to live.
Hop in your mouth, huh? And how does that make me live?
Mine?
Because I can take you to your son.
Yeah, right.
No, I know your son. He's orange. He's got a gimpy fin on one side.
That's Nemo!
Fasten your seatbelts! Everybody hold on!
Mine.
Go ahead. Anything else?
No.
That's all you have.
That's all I liked so far. Like, it's a good scene.
Bruce the Shark is named after Jaws. The Shark, that's what they nicknamed Jaws on set.
It's in
Bruce.
Australia. I forgot
the thing where the sharks are talking about who they don't like in the ocean and stuff, and they say dolphins are jerks, and then they say humans think they know everything, they're probably American. That's pretty funny.
That's because they're Australian.
Hello? My name is Marlin. I'm a clownfish.
A clownfish? Really? Go on, tell us a joke.
Oh, I love jokes. Well, I actually do know one that's pretty good. There was this mollusk, and he walks up to a sea cucumber. Normally they don't talk, sea cucumbers, but in a joke, everyone talks. So the sea mollusk says to the cucumber, Nemo!
Nemo! Nemo! I don't get it. Well, clownfish is not that funny.
No. He's my son. He was taken by these divers.
Oh, my, you poor fish.
Humans think they own everything.
Probably American.
Here's Brucey is from The Shining.
I noticed
Jack. So a couple key reference points for other films in here. Every time I watch this, I think of the Animal Kingdom musical at in the Theater of the Wild, I think it's called. But that, if you're watching this channel, you probably have seen it. It is amazing. It's the best show, in my opinion, in Disney World property. Maybe best of the Lion King. But
I don't really
between those two, I pick Nemo over that. The music is really good. You can definitely search it out. I think it's on iTunes. But you can find it if you look hard enough. Definitely on YouTube. You can listen on there. Maybe we'll put a link below to one of the playlists or something. But it's very, very good. And yeah, I mean, this is the first fully undersea animated movie, which, animating water by hand or by computer is famously hard. So this is a big step in animation. Let's talk about the actual animation of it. What did you think of the actual animation?
It looked very good. It looked better than... looked a little better than Monsters, Inc.
You don't think it looked better than Monsters, Inc.?
No.
I
don't think there was... Other than the water, I don't think there was really much detail that they needed.
Are you kidding me?
No,
the coral, the leaves,
listen.
in the ocean, the water, the sun coming through.
I said other than the water and the stuff in, the coral and stuff, I think Monsters, Inc. is better because there's more... I feel like they put more detail into, they had to put more detail in each character. A lot of the fish, they can just copy-paste.
You don't think it's harder to copy a living thing than make something up? And if you mess up, who cares?
No, I'm saying
if somebody doesn't know what they're
they didn't have to
doing.
remake each fish. They made one fish, right? Like that scene with the
No, each fish had something different. Only thing was that school of fish that formed together to talk.
Yeah, but I feel like the school fish, they were just shrunken down versions of the bigger fish.
No, they were all individually animated.
Oh, that's what it looked like to me.
The animation in this is very, very, very just eye candy, stunning. What are you looking at? Got something to say?
It's a lot of berries.
Newsreel lady kicking in her 2 cents for no reason.
Stuck into the little.
Yeah, I think it's because Monsters, Inc., I know what you're saying, but you make a mistake on a monster that's fiction, no one's going to know because, they're supposed to be there, or they're supposed to
but
look
also
like that.
There was each individual hair, each character had
each individual leaf in this moved in the water, with the current.
And?
There's a lot more leaves.
I think Monsters, Inc. looks better.
Okay, I disagree.
I know you do.
Let's see what Lou Lumnick of the New York Post gave the film 4 out of 4, saying a dazzling computer-animated fishtail with a funny, touching script and wonderful voice performance that makes it unqualified treat for all ages. Mostly positive reviews, all positive reviews pretty much, on all the agitators and stuff. So let's talk about Dory because she was kind of the breakout star. Well, let's talk about the voice acting. Albert Brooks, who I freaking love, and is an amazing director, writer, actor.
Freaking.
I said freaking. Ellen DeGeneres as Dory, and then William Dafoe was the great and white fish. I forget his name.
That was him?
Yeah, that's William Dafoe. And then you got Brad Garrett from Everybody Loves Raymond, was the shoes at the time. Some big people in this. And we had Jeffrey Rush, who was the main pelican, and his part, interesting trivia fact, his part was cut big time in this movie. So to make it up to him, they offered him the role in Pirates of the Caribbean as Captain Barbossa, which turned into his own franchise, really. So, there's a little side note for you guys.
And he also had a kind of important part.
Yeah, but he wasn't. He had a bigger role in the movie. What were we gonna do? Oh, the voice acting. What did you think of the voice acting?
It was good. It looked good. It sounded good anyway.
Anybody stand out to you?
The shark sounded really nice. I just like the Australian accent.
Albert Brooks' delivery, because he has such a dry wit. The father.
Oh, Marlon.
Marlon, thank you.
Fish.
I always find him funny anyway, so his delivery, his dryness, his like sarcasticness really shines through, and it really fits Marlon. Let's talk about Dory, because she's like the big star in this. We're not going to talk about anything personal or anything. Let's talk about Dory. So, what did you think of her?
A character? Good. I like her as a character.
Anything stand out to you?
No, not really.
Any joke in particular?
All I know is, wasn't she supposed to be very different?
I do not know.
I thought she wasn't supposed to have like all that memory loss.
Why don't you look it up? I say what I think about Dory. I know people like her. I always found her kind of annoying. But I also don't like Ellen. Even back then I didn't like Ellen that much. I didn't find her funny or anything. I did find her constantly changing Nemo's name pretty funny. And I wonder, I really couldn't find if it was scripted, a lot of the stuff she said, or if it was off the cuff. If it was off the cuff, then I give her a ton of credit. But I find her annoying and just, I don't know, I always thought something was off with her. And if anybody's still watching from the Mousecast days, when I did this with Jeff and I have had this discussion, and he likes her, and I've always, even back then, I don't know, there was something about her that just grated on me. Did you find it?
I didn't find it. I thought I saw something. I could be totally wrong
though. So I mean, but it was fine. It was funny. Wait till we get to Finding Dory, and then you will really hear my thoughts. So what did you? This was made on a budget of $94 million.
94, okay.
What do you think the box office was?
For 2003?
2003, correct.
350 million.
How much?
350.
No, higher. Way higher.
450.
Wait, higher.
550.
Higher.
850.
Higher.
A billion.
A billion?
I mean, not a billion. I mean, what did I say? 4 million? 5 million? 10.5 million.
You said 40 million, didn't you?
Oh.
400. You're at 800 million, you said.
900 million.
Higher.
950.
Lower.
950.
Yeah. Stop rolling your eyes over there.
He said a billion. You said a billion? It was literally like
and then you
60 less than a billion.
Then you made me think I was in the 10s.
I know.
Like 40.
Like, you're making him
That's crazy.
He didn't know math. He didn't know his math.
I was close. That's 60 million off.
You wouldn't have known that unless you said that.
A billion is not far off from 800 million.
What did we just look up?
The budget.
No. What the budget in today's, what was that called?
Inflation.
Inflation, thank you.
It's not going to be that far off, I don't think.
You don't think it's going to be that far off?
Probably only going to go up to like 10 billion, not even.
You are going to be surprised, my friend.
Probably 5 billion. The dollar goes up.
In 2004.
Is that how it goes? The more inflation, the more...
2003, sorry. So it's 940 million.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 billion.
$1.3 billion.
Oh, it's so much higher. I'm so
surprised.
Is higher.
It's a lot higher than 940 million.
You said it like it would be like 100 billion.
I didn't say like it's gonna be 100 billion.
That's what you made it sound.
I did think it was gonna be a lot higher than that, but not $100 billion. What did you rate this star wise?
4.
So where is it on your Letterboxd?
Well, do you want to see what you rated it?
I'll give it a 4 as well, I believe.
It is my third movie, my third favorite.
Can you look up mine?
I have Bugs Life, Monsters Inc., and then Finding Nemo, and then Toy Story, and then Toy Story 2.
September 2015.
It is your fourth movie. You have Monsters Inc., Toy Story 2, Bugs Life, and then Finding Nemo.
2015, Finding Nemo was the best-selling DVD of all time, with 41 million copies sold.
Whoa!
The movie surpassed Lion King to become the highest-grossing animated film at the time. That was a huge deal at the time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this was a
That's poggers.
huge hit for Pixar and Disney.
That's poggers.
So what's next?
The short is Boundin'. That's what I found, and that's what it said.
Okay.
And then we have Incredibles, the first one.
Alright.
As the movie.
Follow us on Not Just Another Disney Pod on Instagram. Kristen handles that, so any comments you will see before I do. And Facebook, Not Just Another Disney Podcast there. That's also the email address you can email us at gmail.com. And yeah, we'll see you next week with a newsreel.
And always remember that. I thought we were ending.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna talk about other than news next week. But go ahead.
No, I was just gonna end it. I was gonna say that. Oh, and remember to have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Thanks. Bye.